Hello minions, it is me, and Vecchi. You wanted it done, didn't you? I've got to consider my life choices, because some people on YouTube are building like, you know, a couple £100,000 supercars and restoring like high value classics and exquisite stuff, you know. And I'm dynoing a very broken, rusty Iveco Daily with a bit of stinging nettle hanging out the back of it. Actually, I prefer it that way. So yeah, that's Vecchi. As you know, well, those of you who want this to happen for some reason, Vecchi is on the dyno. There is a reason why. Oh, it's dark. It's so dark. It's like there's no light getting out because the van is blocking it. So there's a reason why I've done this. I put VEP, dearly departed VEP, on the dyno because the total raise for Sophie's Legacy went over a certain amount. There was no plan to do that with Vecchi. And I actually didn't think Vecchi fitted on the dyno. I did measure them, but I measured it wrong because it does, just. But the reason I'm putting on the dyno is it's a van day, because I recently went on social media and saw that Sophie's Legacy have been able to get themselves a van for delivering pizzas and whatnot, and they've signed it up. It's bright yellow and everything. So I thought, well, it's a time to celebrate vans then, isn't it? So there you go. Van on the dyno. That's the main reason for doing it, although the idea of sticking one to hub nut again, it's mighty tempting, mighty tempting. This could be close. Now it could be close, and you'll have to excuse the terrible light here, because as I say, the van is actually blocking the light. I've had to put the torch on my phone. It could be close because we have a new leader on the leaderboard. And if we go the way down, I need to address this. This is actually wrong. It's 111. I read it wrong. So yeah. Ooh, look at that. Now those are the places we're concerned with. There's a gap here because I want to be in this gap. I don't know if it will happen, but I want to, oh dear. Oh dear. Whoops. I want to be in that gap because Vecchi is an Iveco Daily 35.8. The 35 stands for 3.5 ton and the 0.8 stands for 80, because this van has, well, 75 horsepower. 75 horsepower DIN, 74 SAE, but we're not concerned with that. 75 is the book. Now, if this van does what many old naturally aspirated rickety old diesels tend to do on this dyno, and that is better its book figures, that does happen. Happens quite a lot, and I'm not just talking about things like past the Picasso. I'm talking about, I've put like, you know, BXs on here, diesel BXs, which have kicked out like way more than they're meant to. I guess because they're nice and free. Now, admittedly, this is low mileage, only 65k on the clock on this one, but it's worked for it, hasn't it? There is a chance that Vecchi will beat Bella. And if it does, can you imagine? Can you imagine the sorrow pouring out of Wales? Oh man. I mean, they would just have to set fire to it, wouldn't they? You know what I mean? I mean, this has got a tow bar. They could buy this to tow that caravan. No, trailer, no, what did you call it? Trailer tent that's not a trailer tent. They could use this because this has got a tow bar, and if it's got more power than Bella, it'll do it faster. So, just saying. Right, well, it probably won't because there is a small matter of weight as well. But yeah, now this van is very slow on the road, so I'm hoping that's not down to power. I'm hoping that's just because it's, well, that big and it's got 80 horsepower, which is not enough. I've done my research on the figures, as I say. I've also done my research on the gear ratios. I'm having to do this run in 5th gear, because that is actually, like, normally you do them in 4th gear because it's the closest 1-to-1 ratio, you know, the closest one input for one output sort of thing. If you put it in lower gears, it will multiply it. And I've tried it on the dyno. It doesn't actually make a huge difference, but I want to try and get as close as I can. But 4th on this is more like 3rd on most cars. 2nd on this is more like 1st on a normal car. And 1st on this is like a crawler gear. I mean, you don't need it. You can just pull away in 2nd. It's a dog leg. It goes off to one side. I think it's just for moving really heavy stuff about slowly. So I'm going to be doing it in 5th gear. And it's also going to be quite noisy. I'm going to take the microphone off of the phone, the little lapel mic thing here, and just run it on the phone, because I can't see the computer, the dyno computer from in the van, because it's back here and the cab is over there. So I'm basically just going to have to set it up on the computer and then run around, jump in and go for it. The last thing is, the revs may not be 100% accurate because VECKI does not have a rev counter. VECKI does not have OBD2 diagnostics, funnily enough. And the only other way of plumbing that into the computer, into the dyno computer, is with the HT lead sensor thing, which VECKI doesn't have because it's a diesel. So basically I've just had to do it on idle. So yeah, the revs, I hope the revs end up being roughly where they're meant to be, but it's not really, it won't affect the numbers. It just means, you know, if I want to overlay the graphs, I'll have to do it on road speed. And if VECKI beats Bella, I will overlay the graphs for fun. I don't think it will. As always, place your bets. What do you think? 75 horsepower standard, but now it has a TVR Griffith tailpipe down there, which, I mean, it's a sports exhaust. You've seen it. The silencer's not off a TVR Griffith. That's from Wales. But the tailpipe is. I mean, that makes a difference, right? Serviced, I don't know when. I haven't. The fuel, I had to go and put some fuel in it. That's how serious I take this. I went and put some diesel in it and a little bit of veg oil. So, yeah. Right. Place bets in the comments. What do you think? Are we going to be topping the leaderboard and beating Auto Shenanigans? I don't think we are going to be. But we could end up halfway on that leaderboard, and if we do, we beat Bella. This is going to be loud. I apologise if the microphone has an aneurysm. It may well, because you're going to be right here in the firing line. Oh no! $59? $59? 193 at the wheel? That's horrendous! 74? Ah. Right, yeah. I thought that was wheel losses. It's not. Something's dragging. I thought the handbrake was on, but I'll try it again. I think the handbrake might have been on slightly. Thought I'd bring you in with me. I think the brakes are seized. Oh, yeah. I think the rear brake's seized. Right. Let's go again. I haven't even bothered putting a fan in front of it. There we go. Still falling too fast. Yeah, that's really falling quickly. How hot are these? Oh, not really. check the tyre pressures in a minute. Oh, damn. Yeah, no, this is crazy. That's not right. You don't lose 43 horsepower. Done a bit better though, 61.4. It's not going to beat Bella, is it? Damn. Well, I can't actually check the tyre pressures because the valves are inside the wheel. Like, it's a twin rear wheel. So that wheel there is put on, it's the same as the front wheel, it's just fitted backwards. So there's like all 6 wheels are the same, which means the valve sticks out that way. So I don't think it's those. I think, well, observe. I'm trying to move the... Yeah, I think the brakes are stuck. It has been sat outside a while. That's annoying. That is annoying actually, because the engine seems to be pulling quite well. Well, no, let's not get carried away. It's pulling okay. It doesn't show any signs of having any major catastrophe. I'm just going to muck about on the dyno a little bit. I'm going to, you know, slam the brakes on and stick it in reverse and yank the handbrake up and just try and see if I can freeze something off. But I think that might be curtains for the dyno session with VECKI, because it's not getting hot or anything, but then the brakes are miles away, aren't they? Yeah, unless it's an axle problem or something, but it suggests that the engine is good, which, to be honest, I mean, yeah, look at that graph. That's pretty damn good. That'll be the little bit of used chip fat I'll put through it. I'm going to muck about, see if I can free them off. Let's see if we can break... Let's see if we can break 65 at least, because that's what Giselle is supposed to have. I want to beat Ian, simple. That's what Giselle is supposed to have. So if we can get past that, Giselle ain't going to go better than 65, even with the problem fixed. Not going to be troubling Audrey, definitely not going to be in here. We're going to be in this area, I think, on the leaderboard. But hey, you wanted it done, it's your fault. So. Stupid bloody van. VECKI won't start. Oh, there we go. Oh dear. Sorry, Clement. Well, you're dead anyway. Right. Let us see. Well, that wasn't worth it, was it? Getting worse. Oh no, the power loss has improved. 24 horsepower at the wheel. Oh man, no wonder it doesn't move. I will quickly, I haven't got the mic on. I have, but it's not plugged in. I'm going to put the van outside. Well, I can't switch it off, so I'm going to move it outside now, and then we'll pick up the rest of it in a minute. Right, VECKI is now safely stowed away outside. Stowed away, I mean dumped. This is alright. I mean, that's really smooth, really good. This is a fairly typical diesel torque curve, so it's not all bad. The issue is this here. And obviously there is something binding. I've just driven it up and down the yard and it feels exactly as it always used to. So to me, that means it's probably had whatever this problem is for ages. There is absolutely no way in hell it's losing 35. That's half of what it's supposed to make. No. There's the rear wheels aren't rotating freely. The dyno is slowing very quickly. And in theory, it's split across 2 tyres each side. So if anything, although you get more drag because you've got 2 tyres contact patch, not 1, the tyre itself isn't going to be squished in between the rollers and deformed because it's spread across the weight of 2 tyres. 2 quite hard tyres, if I'm honest, because they're pretty old. So there was no deformation of the tyres at all. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? I don't really care. But I did want to beat Bella, which is a shame I haven't. But we have beaten Giselle. And we shouldn't have beaten Giselle, but we have. So I've given Vecchi its full name, although I don't think I've spelt it right because it's not really a word, but there we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm guessing something else will end up in here. What it is, I do not know. So something will end up in there. I was hoping Vecchi would end up in here, or possibly in here. It has ended up right, though, really, where you would expect it to end up. It's just when other things come on there, that's going to end up further down. When Miss Hubnut passes her test. Her charade. Oh, I've definitely spelt that wrong. That's supposed to be an E. Or is it? No, it's an O. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. I don't know why you did. It's a really, really stupid thing to do. I'm going to have a drink because it's nearly Christmas and you can... Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh, that's them. That's mine. Yeah, it's not really got anything in it. But yeah. So you asked, I made. Yeah, keep an eye out. There will be a website coming soon. With all the stuff that you can buy. I've been designing stuff and I got quite carried away with it, so there's going to be a fair bit of stuff. The leaderboard claims another victim on the Lolling Road. Lolling Road, get it? Lolling Road leaderboard. Right, I'm off, bye.